Let's take a look at this tweet by Deacon Nick Donnelly. You may know him through the Rorate Celli blog. Now, as far as I know, he continues to call Francis an actual pope. So this tweet here well illustrates, really perfectly illustrates, the preposterous nature of the recognize and resist position. But how can that be, since every word he speaks here is true? We'll see. But first, let's take a look at what he says. As I said, as far as I know, he continues to call Francis an actual pope. Now, keep that in mind while reading what he says here. He says, Bergoglianism is an omnivorous heresy that will attempt to consume the entire church. The narcissist egotism that drives Bergoglianism is not just that of Jorge Bergoglio, but that of its originator, Satan. Bergoglianism has all the hallmarks of Lucifer's rebellion against God: pridefulness, defiance, wickedness. And like Satan's rebellion against God, though it is doomed to failure, it will condemn countless souls to hell. We must fight Bergoglianism because it so offends God and for the salvation of souls. And he tops off those words with this image. Now, anyone who follows the heresies, blasphemies, idolatry, and promotion of sodomy by Francis knows that every word that Nick spoke here is absolutely true. That's not the preposterous part. The preposterous part is maintaining that this man can possibly be an actual pope. Because what Nick Donnelly is saying here is that he believes that an actual pope may be both a vicar of Christ and a vicar of Satan. That is the recognize and resist position in a nutshell. In other words, they're redefining the papacy in order to save one whom they think is an actual pope. And so it's no accident that we see the likes of Peter Kwasniewski busily rethinking the papacy. Take a look at this article. I'll link it below. It's a kind of madness. They are in revolt against the law of non-contradiction. They believe, though they would never come right out and say it this way, but as we saw from the tweet of Nick Donnelly, they believe that an actual pope may be both a vicar of Christ and a vicar of Satan. This is the madness of the recognize and resist position. Sacrifice the papacy in order to save one whom they think is an actual pope. And it's because they have an attitude of anything but sedevacantism. Take a look at this article along with the many others I've provided below this video. Be not afraid. Be not afraid to get real. Really real.